Hey, what is up YouTube? My name is Lauren. Welcome to my channel, Laura Loves Literature. I know I took quite the break after my Vlogmas. It kind of just took everything out of me to do Vlogmas, to be honest with you. But I am back and I have been working on a reading vlog that should be coming very soon. I'm finishing up the last book. It's only 2 books, but I've DNF'd quite a few books throughout the reading vlog, so we're getting there, okay? But today I was inspired by Meg. I will link Meg down below to do this beginning of the year book tag. It just has some questions to set you up for expectations of my channel, of me, of what I want to read, things like that. And so I thought we could do that tag. So here we are. Number 1, how many books do you plan on reading in 2026? So I have set my goal of 50 books for the past 4 or 5 years and I have never hit it. A few years ago, I think I read like 70 or 80 books, but since I've started setting my goal at 50 books, I have not hit it. And I would love to do that this year. So we are trying to read every day. I keep track on Fable. I have not read, I think, 2 days out of this entire year so far, and it is the 23rd, which I'll probably mention it a few times in this video, but I had a pretty bad slump last year and I didn't read probably over half of last year. So way over half of last year, probably like 3/4 of last year I did not read. So I am already feeling better about that this year, but yes, 50 books. Number 2, a book you're likely to reread in 2026. So I have been recollecting the Mortal Instruments series because I absolutely adored those books when I was in middle school, and I just remember they just made me feel so good. Like, they are so like fun and there's so much going on and there's the found family aspect, and I just really loved those books. So I have been recollecting those. So I would love to at least read City of Bones this year again. Catching Fire is on my list because I reread The Hunger Games last year and I haven't reread Catching Fire in a while. I try and reread The Hunger Games like every 1 to 2 years just because I love that book so much. But Catching Fire I have not reread in quite a long time. So I will be doing that hopefully with my friend Kimberly, who I read The Hunger Games with. And then Sadie by Courtney Summers. I reread Sadie also probably every 1 to 2 years. I just really love the story and I love the writing of Sadie. It's a very dark book, but I think it's a really good book. Number 3, a priority read on your 2026 TBR. So I have 2 that I have picked out. One being Realmbreaker by Victoria Aveyard. I love Victoria Aveyard, at least her presence on social media. She is very strong in her writer self. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I love Victoria Aveyard on social media. Like, she stands up for her books, and I just really want to. I have not read the Red Queen series by her, which I also have heard is really good, but I just really want to read Realmbreaker. It's kind of got like that ragtag group of people come together to complete a quest, and I love that vibe. So we're gonna try that. And then Pride and Prejudice. My sister-in-law Christy really wants me to read Pride and Prejudice. It's like her favorite book, and she gifted me a copy, and I would love to read it so I can talk about it with her and also understand all the cultural references because it is such a big part of literary culture. So number 4, an author you won't be reading more books from this year. So nobody came to mind specifically for me because I already don't read from people like J.K. Rowling, but I am going to be more conscious and more purposeful of, and intentional is the word I was looking for, of who I am reading from rather than who I'm not reading from, I guess. I'm going to be trying to read more own voices, more diversely, more disabled books, and things like that. So number 5, any new genres or tropes you want to read. So first I have dark romance, and I don't mean it in the sense of like Haunting Adeline kind of dark romance or mafia romance or anything like that. I mean it in the sense of, Chandler Ainsley did a really good video on this recently, of like melancholy romance. It's kind of technically under dark romance, but just something that has a little bit more heart, a little bit more gut to it. I don't know if that made any sense, but like just books that are a little bit darker in tone, but not necessarily like serial killer dark. I just mean like harder things are going on in the characters' lives. The characters are struggling, like there's some darker topics. But that is what I want to get more into. Sci-fi, I've got some really good sci-fi recommendations, especially from Elizabeth from Plant-Based Bride. So I will be looking forward to reading more sci-fi this year, and fantasy slash high fantasy. I just love fantasy, and I really gave up on it last year, and I would love to get back into it. Number 6, a popular book you want to read. Monstrilio, which I believe is a book about a mother who is grieving the loss of her child, and she takes a part of, I want to say it's his lung or something, and she nurtures it and makes it like this little creature. That's all I know, but I believe it's like really heavy on grief, which is one of my favorite things to read about. And The Night and the Moth. I know close to nothing about this book. I know the main character, his name is like Sybil or something, and she has some sort of powers, but that's literally all I know. So, but I've just heard so many people on my Bookstagram love that book. So yeah. Number 7, most anticipated 2027 releases. If you have been on my channel for, you know, a year or two, you would know I do not keep up with releases. I am so bad about it. Like when I was younger, I used to be at the bookstore on drop day and like get new books, and you know, I was keeping up with authors and everything, and I just don't anymore. It's just not something that I do. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't have anything. I looked through lists and lists last night of books coming out this year, and yes, I'm excited about some of them, but none of them are something that I'm like gonna be at the bookstore on the day. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have an answer for that. Number 8, a bookish goal for 2026. I would like to use my library more for physical books, checking out physical books, graphic novels, things like that, because I use my library a lot for Libby, which I'm saying is a great resource, but I just want to use, I don't want to buy as many books, and I want to be using my library more. And I want to track my reading physically. So I have a book journal that I bought, reading journal, that I've been using, and then also Fable has been another really big use of mine. All right, number 9, a book on your TBR you probably won't ever read. So I have bought and unhauled and bought and unhauled and bought and unhauled The Great Gatsby. I don't know what it is about this book. I don't know if I feel like I should read it, or like it's like a requirement to be a scholar kind of thing, which I don't consider myself a scholar, but you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like a lot of people are very like protective of The Great Gatsby, and I don't really have any interest in it. I'm not even sure if I own it right now, to be honest with you. I have a pile of classics over there. Not sure if I currently own it, but I do haul and unhaul The Great Gatsby quite a bit. But probably never gonna read it. Number 10, a series you want to read this year. I would love to finish the Poppy War series. I have read the first one, and I would like to reread the first one so I can get back into it. Realmbreaker series by Victoria Aveyard. The Quicksilver books, just catch up on that series. I haven't even read the first one, but I would love to catch up. Binti, I own the whole series of Binti, and the 5th season, which I believe is called like the Broken Earth trilogy, maybe. There's 3 books. Yeah, those are some of the series that I would really love to read this year. Number 11, auto-buy authors going into 2026. So I have R.F. Kuang, Ali Hazelwood, and Stacey Willingham. Sorry, I forgot what I wrote down. So R.F. Kuang, I have not read Calabasas or Babel, but I own Babel at least. I just haven't read it yet. And then I need to finish the Poppy War trilogy, but I just really love her. And then Ali Hazelwood, I have not read like Bride or Mate. I just bought Bride at a secondhand bookstore. And I haven't read like Love on the Brain. I don't know. Like these are just authors that I love. I haven't read all their backlist. And then Stacey Willingham, I really enjoy her thrillers. I don't think they're the most like original or thought-provoking thrillers, but I just love her writing. I think her writing is really addictive, and so I have put her on the list. Number 12, a book to show adaptation you are excited for this year. Sunrise on the Reaping. Oh my gosh. I have just heard so much from that cast saying that it was a really hard thing to film and just really emotional for them, and I just feel like they put their whole heart into it, you know, and I'm really, really excited to hear Haymitch's story on the screen. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I just love Sunrise on the Reaping. Number 13, a sequel you're anticipating. So I have not read the first book in these series, either of them, but I'm anticipating their sequels. The Night and the Moth and Quicksilver. I know they're both out. I just have not read them yet. So 14, bookish things you're leaving in 2025. One is pushing through a book for a vlog or to like get to my goal or whatever. Like it's gonna be DNF. It's gonna be DNF'd. So definitely that. and being scared of big books. By big books, I mean like over 400 pages, which when I was younger, that was like nothing. But as I've gotten older, I've been reading and I've been kind of spoiled by like 200 to 300 page books. And I just have lost that love for those giant big books. Right now I'm reading Phantasma, which is like 450 or 460 pages. And I just love that we get to spend more time with these characters. We get to build things a little bit more. And yeah, so definitely that. Number 15, what to expect from this account. So I will be splitting my time between here and my AuthorTube channel and my TikTok, which is author LJ Barnes. I am writing a fantasy book and I'm kind of trying to build like a presence on there. But I, on here, will be doing tags and sit down videos and really trying to do some themed reading vlogs. That is where my heart is reading vlogs, and I think that that's gonna be the focus this year. So yeah. Number 16, how has your reading taste evolved from last year? I wouldn't say it's evolved in any way necessarily. I would just say that I'm more excited to read this year than I was last year. Last year was just really hard for me in terms of my hobbies and finding joy in things. And reading took a big back seat, which is okay. Sometimes your, hobbies and stuff like that just have to for your mental health. But this year I am so much more excited to read, so much more excited to create content, and yeah. 17, booktube creators who inspire you. Meg, who she didn't tag me in this video, but she mentioned me in her video. I love Meg so much. Chandler from Chandler Ainsley. She just has really inspiring terms of quality, the hiccup quality and ideas for her videos. I just love her. Lila is a newer friend of mine, but I just love her recommendations. Kayla and Books and Lala, both of them are Kayla, I forget. And I just love both of them. And Erin, all of them are fantastic. That's what I meant. And number 18, advice to someone wanting to start a bookish account. So this is the last question, and I just wanted to answer it by saying that there is room for you. There is space for you. There are people for you. There are people that are going to watch your videos. I think it's really easy to start a channel and feel really alone and feel like, it can be really intimidating to, my cat's scratching that chair, I'm sorry. It can be really intimidating to join the booktube scene, especially now that it's kind of blown up and there's so many channels. But there's room for you, and there's space for you, and there's people who will love you and friends that you will make. And just do the dang thing. Just record and post and talk about the books that you love, not the books that you feel like you have to talk about, and you will find your people. So that is all I have for you today. That scared me so bad. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and leave me a comment introducing yourself. And I will talk to you later. Bye.